Okay, yes. Um, so, welcome everyone. My name is Hakeem Nafiu. Um, as for the time of having this live section, I work as an admission officer for Carolina University. Carolina University is located in a city of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Um, it's peaceful here, I must say, because that's one of the question I get a lot of time talking about safety in the US. And I'm pretty sure that not everywhere is safe, but I can say categorically that if you're looking at environment to actually settle down or probably start your life if you were moving in as an immigrant into the US, I think you should consider North Carolina. Talking about the weather is actually okay. We just had snow for a couple of years now. I can remember when we last time we had the heavy snow. So, because one of the applicants reached out to me over the week and was like, "Oh, tell me, are you saying that there is no snow in North Carolina, something?" And I said, "Of course, there is snow, but it is not as um, how do I call it? It is not as difficult as people says it." So trust me, Carolina University is one of the school that you might consider in submitting your application to. So today I want to talk about the admission process at Carolina University. Is it straightforward? Is it something that I can do myself? Yes, you can do it yourself. I have been working with the university for years now, and I can say categorically that I have received several emails. I have seen communications from people all over the world. As a matter of fact, I am also in charge of all the agents that the university has. So, in case any agent reach out to you and says, "Hey, I can help you get admission into Carolina University," feel free to email me. My email is akimn at carolinau.edu, or you can email the admissions directly and ask that, "Oh, this agent reach out to me. Is it one of your listed agents that you guys have and you would like to work with the agent?" We will let you know if the agent is part of our list of the agent, and we'll let you know if it is safer for you to actually submit or deal with such agents. We've had experience in the past with different agents all over the world, and um, we basically have that mindset when we are dealing with agents. So, like I said, the question is it something you can actually do by yourself? Of course, yes, you can do by yourself. I'm going to be sharing my screen to walk you through. Um, okay, someone says that is getting feedback from other communications. So please, as you're coming in, you can mute. Joseph, can you mute? And namesake Akim, can you also mute? So, are you still getting feedback? Are you still getting feedback? So I'm pretty sure that you're not getting feedback. Um, Please, it's okay now. All right. Thank you very much. All right. So sorry about that in breaking transmission. Someone was actually getting my feedback. So, and that's why I needed to make sure that everything is okay. So, as I was saying, let's talk about Carolina University at large. I said I'll be sharing my screen to for you guys to see everything about this university. Um, Please confirm if you can actually see my screen. For those that are online, you can go to carolinau.edu. That is the school website, carolinau.edu. Um, though I can take questions on YouTube as well. Um, so I can be everywhere, so you need to exercise patience with me. You can as well send me a message and I can give you a call after the section so we can talk one on one. I can see that you've actually been dropping the message. It's on YouTube. The everything is on YouTube. You can just search. It's on YouTube right now. So and I'll take questions from there. But if you can, I'm giving that opportunity because I see that you're trying to get my attention to hold on for me till this section finishes, and I promise I will return. Just drop me a message. You can drop a message to me, and I will give you a call back, and we can talk one on one. So let's go straight to the business. This is Carolina University, and if you can see my screen, just give me a thumbs up that you can see my screen. Um, so I know for YouTube, you might not be able to see my screen, but yep, thank you guys. So here is Carolina University, and I'm pretty sure that it's not new. And one of the beautiful part about this university is the tuition. You know, I used to tell people about career wise, I mean, about direction. Luckily, I talk about career as well and helping people to shape in the direction they might want to go to in terms of their degree. Because majority of us, I realize that we find it difficult to actually um, decide which program we want to go for. Some will go by what is happening, the trend. Some will go by, oh, this is my passion. While some will go by, oh, a friend of mine asked me to submit an application to the school. It's easy. It's that. And I'm going to submit my application. And when they do, at the point of submitting required document, they realize that, oh, you didn't tell me this, you didn't tell me that. Again, I am not um, an immigration expert. I just use my experience, my exposure to actually guide people on how I believe that this can actually work out fine. And as an admission officers, like I said, I have seen series of emails, series of communication. One of the things I always pay attention to is how you communicate, how you send that email. Some people will send you an email basically because maybe they know they've read your profile. Of course, my profile is on the website. They've read your profile and they just communicate based on that. And we just look at like, oh, I understand. Um, from Africa. Let me put it that way. I don't want to name. So I'm saying this for the purpose of other schools you might be reaching out. Ensure you have this communication skills. Ensure you um, state your grievances in a way that is logical and it is well understandable. This is one of the things that I always look out for whenever people send me an email. I want to see how you command your tone. I want to see how well logical you place your words. If I should share a lot of things that I've seen, sometimes I'm always like, this is not how to communicate. So this university, when you're talking about the tuition friendly, when you're talking about tuition generally, the tuition is friendly. I wouldn't say affordable because what is affordable to A might not be affordable to B. What A can actually um, deal with, the other part might not be able to. So it's one of the things that I get moved to. You know, a couple of people will reach out to me and tell me that um, some of people will reach out to me and tell me that I have an admission in another school. It's pretty fine. It's okay. There are there are certain things you need to look out for when you're looking for schools out there in the US. One, the environment. Two, the tuition. Three, yeah, the scholarship is very important, especially from Africa. It's very important. And I've pretty seen a lot of wired I-20s, and I will see the tuition to be $40,000, and the school will give you $20,000. That means you have $20,000 again to pay when you get here to the US or before you get to the US. So look at that. It is you have to weigh your options, and majority of people do not even know how to do the packaging of their documentation. So let's talk about, again, I am limited to only Carolina University. As at the time of having this conversation with you guys, I am an admission officer at Carolina University, and I am limited only to Carolina University. But trust me, every steps or whatever we discuss, you can easily apply to other schools as well in the US. So what that means is that no information or knowledge is wasted. Trust me. Um, what actually differentiates other school from other school when it comes to matter of admission process is just a very small difference, because obviously all schools will require for your international passports. Obviously, all school will require for your transcripts, and obviously all schools will require for your English language proficiency. Some waive that based on your, if you are from an English speaking country, which is okay, which is good. So, and you have to show something that I usually call letter of intent from my own side. I'm always like, okay, tell me why you believe that um, I should review your documents based on the admission and award you a scholarship. It's very important to me personally. Personally, I that is where I see how well you can construct your words. And I purposely determine that yes, you'll be a good fit for the university because I am trained to actually go for the best scout. In as much as writing a letter of intent is not part of the major requirement, but personally, it is a requirement for me because it makes me determine that I'm not just accepting anyone anyhow, and I occasionally do request for it when I see it. So, majority of us would have had bachelors, masters, and will be thinking of going for another masters. I understand people sometimes do not how do I call it, believe that they qualify for a PhD because some requirements, GRE, GMAT, all other stress that is there, looking for supervisor, um, trying to get your area of interest, your research area, um, other things. I must submit a GMAT. I have to write a proposal before I've been given admission. Look at all those stress, and that is why this university sounds unique. Note, all immigration, or let me say all countries right now, they are changing their immigration rules. They are changing the admission rules, policy. Everything is changing right now. So if you decide to run, that is my general quote that I always tell people, it is better to run now in order for you not to rerun. Let's talk about, if you look at the currency now, as of 3 years ago, oh, I was going to do it. 2 years ago, I was going to do it. Look at right now what the currency is saying. I'm talking about when you're exchanging your currency to the USD, it's not smiling anymore. And yeah, we pray it's get better, but it still keeps going like that. So it's better for you to run because you don't know what will happen in the next 2 years. And those that they are thinking of submitting the application in 2026 or getting into a college or admission in 2026, the process starts now. Before you gather all your documents, don't forget the major point, which is the immigration, before you secure your visa interview dates, before you even get your I-20s in all those schools. I'm not talking about Carolina University alone, I'm talking in general. So before you do that, you need to start now. Thank God, Carolina University do not have a closing admission, meaning that you can wake up and says you want to submit your application to Carolina University, which is pretty fine. That's one of the good things. But you have to allow 6 months ahead. So let's say you want to come in summer, you should start your application now. You want to come in fall, you should start your application now because you cannot control immigration. I talk about people do not have the requirement, thinking they do not meet the requirements to come for a particular program. But if you schedule a meeting with me, yep, I can walk you through. Let's discuss what possible pathway you can actually go for. And yes, it's something that people do not usually look into. And that is why Carolina University again stepped in because looking for GRE, GMAT, um, supervisor to get into a PhD, what other thing, and so on, are not required at Carolina University, including masters, are not required. As at the moment we're talking about, all you need to do is just log on to the website carolinau.edu, click on the program that you might want or you feel yes you want to study, complete the application. As a matter of fact, everything about the university is just stressless. I mean, you don't have to stress yourself. Um, it is we that we normally make things different. I mean, generally everyone. Because if you look at it, it's they will tell you that GRE is not required. The GPA for if you are coming for bachelor's degree is 2.0, while for masters, the least GPA for masters at Carolina University is 2.50. So when Joseph was saying that, oh, he finished with a third class, I told him, I said, hey, third class, 2-1, first class, those are just classification. What we are after is your GPA. What is that GPA you graduated with? And for those that finish as a third class student or even 2-2, I am a fan of documentation. You can just send me your documents, and I even usually put it in my email that any other document you feel it will convince me to accept you to the university. Not only that, as well as to award the presidential and student employment scholarship. We will get to that part. Convince me. So the documentation is pretty easy. No GRE, no GMAT, no looking for, you have to contact supervisors before you are being admitted to either master's or PhD. There's no need of you submitting a research proposal. Um, I'm not saying that submitting research proposal is not essential or is not important. As a matter of fact, I'll be glad to receive it. And I would like to even, I'm a researcher, so I would like to even see more about it. But again, all you need to do is to go on the website, carolinau.edu, scroll down to view programs. The first thing you need to do is to determine the program of your choice. Note, there are two ways to you coming to abroad. I'm not saying coming to Carolina now. I'm not saying coming to the US, or let me just say, that's why I generalize it, coming to abroad to study. You have to consider two things. The first one is the admission process, while the second one is the immigration path. You might be able to influence your admission, but the question is, Can you directly influence your immigration? Obviously, no, but you can indirectly influence it by making sure that you package your documentation right from the start that you determine or you have determined to study abroad. And that is why I always advise people that go to the website, any school of your choice. Let's say Carolina University, for instance. Go to the university, scroll, check the programs. If the program of your choice is not listed, trust me, the beautiful part of the United States of America is a land of opportunities, meaning that once you land here in the US, that is journey one. The journey two starts by you now start building who you truly are. And that is why they call this place land of opportunity, meaning that if you come in as an MBA and you want to go into health sciences or healthcare, there are certification courses you can do. If you want to go into maybe engineering or particular field is not there, look for a prerequisite program that is kind of similar. Or yes, well, if I do not go for this, for instance, my brother always tell me that you should always have the three prongs when you're looking for schools: your first choice, your second choice, and your third choice. Sometimes your third choice might later be your first choice because that is which we always try to overlook at. I could remember when I was looking for admission, I was I was tired of teaching and not like tired. I just wanted to do something in administrative, and I was looking for education and administrative. Um, and I later jump on the Google's telling me that it is education and administration. And once I get that keyword correctly, I went back to Google and asked which universities offers education in the US. I don't want to jump education and administration. And I saw a lot of schools and I started looking at the curriculum because I am looking for, there's something I'm looking for. I saw a lot, then I streamlined because I had my bachelor's in education, I had my master's in philosophy of education. So, and I specialize on early childhood education. So, I I look at it and I said, okay, let me look at early childhood education. And I saw that there are few schools that I can deal with in early childhood education. Then I stumbled on an article that have a certification in early childhood. I said, oh, really? So I can equally have a certification in early childhood while I still being in my admin. Then luckily Carolina University pop up, and that was how the journey started. So again, look at for the admission process as well as the immigration process. There are two parallel lines that can never meet. That is the belief of the immigration that okay, get admission, come back here and have your discussion. We won't give it to you. But the day your visa is approved, that is where that two parallel lines now meets. And once it means that there is time for you. That is the time for you to now start planning yourself. So looking at all this rigorous exercise, things you need to do, those are not in for Carolina University. All you need to do, these are the requirements. All you need to do is to go to the website again, look for the program of your choice, select that particular program. For instance, let's say I want to do my master's in criminology. Again, when you are choosing a particular course, ensure that it's actually streamlined with your intention as well as your ability to be able to defend that with the visa officer. MBA, for instance, it's a general program that even engineering, sciences, any field can actually go into. But what makes your MBA stand out? I'm talking about this immigration process. Let's say you're in front of the visa officer. You must actually think that why do you want to go for the program? What will the program do for you? And in the end, what is your long goal? So you those are the things you want to look into. So for instance, someone that graduated with a Bachelor of Arts and thinking of, oh, because health sciences or healthcare actually sells, let me go into healthcare. There's nothing bad in that. As a matter of fact, those are the type of application I love to see, because of course I'm going to send you a request to convince me why you feel that yes, you you should be given an admission having your background not in sciences. So, and at the same time, note that once you eventually get into this university, the courses you will be taking, they are sciences. You have an arts background. How do you want to cope? And before you know it, the school will put you on a suspension, or let's say warning, and after the warning, they'll put you on suspension because you're unable to cope. And falling out of status right now is the least you will want to um, actually go for. So again, you look at the program of the university you want to apply for, Carolina University, and if you scroll down, let's say criminology, for instance, you will see the admission requirement. The GPA is 2.7 or higher, the transcript, and your international passport. That is it. That is it. Once we see all those, you are good to go. There's no GRE. There is no GMAT. I am speaking to you as an admission officer, not as a general person. These are the things, these are the major requirements. However, your admission officer can now request for additional documents such as the letter of intent, your CV. As a matter of fact, I don't usually wait for an admission officer to send that to me before I reach out. No matter what application I'm going to or I'm about to do, even for personal self, I'm always looking for how can I stand out from let me pick one person here. How can I stand out from Joseph and Hakeem? Thousands of people are submitting application. How can I stand out from them? So it is one of the things that I look out for. Um, so again, transcripts, your international passport data page, then your English language proficiency. Now, let me take it one by one. Your international passport, excuse me, your international passport. Your international passport actually must be 6 month, must have a 6 month validity. But the question is, does international passport actually stop me from giving you an admission? No. Capital no. I only need to affirm that yes, I'm actually talking or reviewing documentation of Moses with the name, the document I received, to date tally, the date of birth on your transcript, to date tally. However, by the time you need to request for your I-20 or you're waiting for your I-20, that is when it is essential to have your international passport. I'm saying this because people would say that, oh, I'm waiting for my international passport to be out before I can submit application. No. The beautiful part about Carolina University is that you can the first stage is submitting an application, right? Once you submit your application, once you, I don't know, maybe majority of you are familiar with expression of interest. Probably you're doing Canada and you need to express your interest. At that point, they will ask you for documentation, meaning they will ask you to provide your documents, right? Um, that's the same portal that we are using also, like something Pereko said, meaning that in 15 minutes at maximum, you're done with the application. I mean, when you're submitting the application and you pay the application fee, which is $50, as at the time we're having this video, this meeting, the application fee is $50. You can pay that by credit card or your debit card. Or if you have a virtual card that has that amount of money in it, you can actually pay that. Once you pay the application fee, you wait for about 24 to 48 hours for an admission officer to reach out to you that, hi, Joseph, we have received your application. Kindly provide me those three things that I just mentioned. Once we receive them, we'll process your application for admission and what happened when your admission comes out. So again, passport, I mean your international passport is actually something that is needed, but it doesn't stop you from submitting your application. I repeat, it doesn't stop you from submitting your application, and from um it doesn't stop you from admission as well, to not to process your application, provided we have received the transcripts. The transcripts. So once we receive your transcripts, we process your admission. We process your application for possible admission. And that is where the second point is, transcript. So please, I'm telling you this, if you are still waiting for your international passport to be out, go ahead, go to the website, submit your application. Once an admission officer has reached out to you, reply the email of your admission officer. Let your admission officer knows that you are still in the process of your international passport. However, you have your transcripts and you have your English language proficiency, and you can attach it to your email and send it to your admission officer. Immediately, your admission officer gets that, will process it. But again, by the time you are able to get your I-20, that is when it is mandatory that you must provide your international passport, a data page. So please inform anyone that you know that's still working on their international passport not to relent, not to wait, to go ahead and submit the application. Before you know it, there are still other steps that you need to pass through before your international passport you're expecting comes out, and you can actually use that to inform the admission officer that I have my international passport now. But it doesn't stop me personally. Let me personalize this, from reviewing your application. And generally, I believe other admissions officers too. So the second one is the English language proficiency. I've been seeing questions popping up now that, oh, but I'm from English speaking country. Why do I need to provide an English test? Um, why do I need to provide an English test? Okay, here's it. Majority of you must have seen an I-20. Is called Certificate of Eligibility. For those that do not know what an I-20 is, I-20 is a kind of, if you're familiar with UK application, UK call it CAS. But for United States, we call it I-20, known as Certificate of Eligibility, by um, which is issued by the Department of Homeland Security through the university. So that I-20, for instance, let's say or probably let's say people are familiar with submitting an application for visiting visa. And once you're doing a visiting visa, it is essential that you provide an invitation letter, who is inviting you, or what do you intend to come and do. So in the respect for the student, that is your own I-20. It has to be issued to you from the university. If you do not have that, you cannot start the immigration process, even if you've gotten your admission. So what I'm trying to say is that application process is 100%, meaning that the day you decided to start your application, the US has 90%, you have 10. The day you submit your application, you have 20%, the US has 80%. The day you provided all the required documents, you already increased by another 10%, making 30%, US has 70%. The day the admission officer reach out to you and tell you that, hey, your admission has been given to you, that is where you have 40%, the US has 60%. The day that you complete all the documentation and receive your I-20, you already have 50%, and the US have 50%. That's why I said right from the start, for you to achieve your visa being approved, is right from the start, from the program, from your determination. Majority of people will, friends, oh, Don't friends, family. Let me put it that way. Oh, you don't even try to. They are denying a lot of people. They are denying a lot of people. Oh, Sheon, Tade, Kunle, Femi, every one of them went last week. They denied them. But the question is, are they not accepting other people? That's number one. Number two question is, how do those people package their documentation? That's number two. Number three is, how did they answer the question being asked by the visa officer? I pretty get it that people always say that, oh, they already have a quota, they already have their mindset that, oh, they are not going to give you an admission, your visa. But the point is, what if God says that is your time? I'm honest with you guys. I'm always telling people it is not about how well you know how to say it. I'm good in English. I've done IELTS 1 million times. I've traveled all over the world. Money is not the problem. I can finance myself. No, no. What matter most is the intention. What spirit are you using to do it? Do you really want to go for your education? And that is why I always tell people that yes, you can actually use that Japa syndrome and at the same time add value to your life. Before you know it, trust me, you already completed your master's and that is yours. It is yours for life. No one is going to take it away from you. If you do not misbehave for that university or for that country to revoke your certificate, it is yours. You have as well achieved your goal that yes, I want to leave the country to a better country. And at the same time, you have achieved your career. You've added, in the US, we call it continuous education. There's academic progression. Thank you. Academic progression. From your bachelor's, you finish from you proceeded to your master's. And when you continue with your master's, then you proceed to your PhD. It's called academic progression, and you've added value to yourself. So I get it that there are a lot of misconception all over the world, but trust me, just give it a try. Be determined. Don't accept any negativity. Just be focused on what you want to do. You know, I cannot count thousands, I will say it, thousands of people that have pushed. They almost give up. I will push them that no, this is not the time for you to push up. There will be a point that you won't have money to process it further. Maybe the God is looking at you that period, like just continue, push. You just need a little push. And before you know it, you have your visa and you just be like, this is a dream. I can't believe this. And that is how it works. The process to application. And that's why I've come out today to talk about this prestigious university to you. That there is a university out there that is trying to take off all the stress that you see in other application process. They might not be able to award fully funded scholarship to you. And obviously, yes, we do not have fully funded scholarship, but we do have partial scholarship. And I started by saying that some schools will give you, they will tell you their tuition is $40,000, $60,000, and they'll be giving you 20,000 scholarship. And within yourself, you will be happy. My brother, by the time you move down to the US, you will know that even a $500, $50 is a sweat. And they don't forget that there is immigration going on now. And international students are not allowed to work more than 20 hours a week. So how do you want to make that 40 or $20,000 that is left? So again, I'll go back to the process I was mentioning, which is the number two, English language proficiency. So English language proficiency is our school require for it, but if you are from an English speaking country, you do not need to provide an English test. IELTS, TOEFL, Duolingo, no. What you need to do is pretty easy. Just reach out to your former university that you graduated from. And that is why it is good to always keep communication. Majority of you who graduate from your university, you don't keep communication from your lecturer. I am a lecturer and I know, and that is why I'm telling you that. Always keep communication. Communication, it doesn't cost. So reach out to the university you graduated from, reach out to their registrar and ask that, oh, you need to request for a letter of medium of instruction that states that Enoch, you graduated from the university. Hamad, you graduated from the university and you were taught in English. They can either provide a letter to you or send it to us directly. We will take it because we will still send for verification. So it's still one way. So that's how to solve the English language proficiency. The third part is now the transcripts. Yes, you see this transcript, there are a lot of things attached to it. Number one is your grade weight point. Number two is the equivalency of the degree you are bringing from your home country to that of the US. And this is where it is now important for those that graduated with a third class. Yes, this is where it's major concern to those that graduated to third class. And you would have been saying to your friends that, oh, I know Shane, we finished together and it was a third class, but he's in the UK, he's in Canada, he's in the US. How come? Let me tell you, one of the secrets is evaluation of your transcripts. US does not know first class, 2-2, or third class. What they are purely looking for is your GPA. The reason is this. I can only speak for Africa, or let me say Nigeria to be precise. 70, when you score 70 on any of your assignments or exam, that is A, capital A. 71 is A, 72 is A, 95 is A, 96 is A. So they pretty no difference. But here in the US, if you score 70, that should be a D. D for dog, not B. While 96 is A plus, while 95, 93, 92, I stand to be corrected. I might not get the figures very well, but that is pretty well how you can search it. Which is B, or A minus, then B positive. If you have B plus, rather, if you had a 90 or 87. So you can see that the grade you are bringing from your country is not the same as that of the US. And people will tell me that, oh, they're also using 4.0. You might be using 4.0. I mean, your school might be using over 4.0. But the point is it the same with the school or the United States you're coming to? And that is why the evaluation of your credentials, I mean your transcripts, is required. And majority of people usually talk about WES because WES is World Education Services. There are other services out there that they are affordable. IEE, Patron. Note, IEE, you can go through IEE. If you go through Carolina University, IEE will charge you $150 to evaluate your transcript. While Patron will charge you 170 for course by course. But if you are coming for bachelors, you don't need to do course by course. I'm going to talk about how bachelors can evaluate their transcript, specifically for those that they are from Africa, because they are always asking me that, oh, I just had my WAEC and you're asking me to evaluate my transcript. It's possible. And I'm going to talk about that. But let's think about the graduate. So graduates must do course by course analysis of their transcripts. Once you do that, so for Joseph that was talking about, he finished with a third class. That's not the end of the word. Trust me. All you need to do is to submit your transcript for evaluation. And once the evaluation is done, we will receive a copy. You as well will receive a copy. And we will make our final decision about that. And that is why it's pretty easy for those that graduated with a third class still getting admission at the university here in the US and eventually get their visa approved. And once they get here, they will start to buckle up. And when you're talking about the acceptance rate, even if you do not meet the GPA, we usually recommend other ways that you can proceed. So we literally deny people, except it is that worst, would communicate with you. I do that every often. Whenever I see any, instead of me to just close the person's application, I will send an email that, oh, there is another pathway, or there is another degree or department or unit you can apply to. But if you eventually say that, oh no, I'm good, then we can close your application. So again, I'm saying that there is a university out there that is seamless, stressless, and they actually focus on getting that international student to the university, and they are ready to work with you. But for bachelors, when they're talking about their transcripts, so let me talk about Africa generally. So you finish your high school. I'm pretty sure that they are still using SS1, SS2, SS3. I stand to be corrected. Reach out to this school when you finish. Ask them that you need your transcript for SS1, SS2, SS3. And of course, you've either done your WAEC or your NECO, or you are using the two combination results. Add these two. If you're using WAEC only, collect the transcript from your university, from your past secondary school, and your WAEC results. Add the two together, head on to Spatran. You do not need, excuse me, you do not need course by course results. All you need is just general evaluation, which is about $110, $110. The 170 for masters and for graduate student is course by course analysis. And trust me, you do not need to submit evaluation for how do I call it? You do not need to submit evaluation for I'm coming, please. Sorry. So you do not need to submit evaluation for separately, meaning that if you finish, let's say you had your bachelor's and your master's and you're coming for PhD, even if you are coming for master's again, evaluate all the result that you have, because this transcript evaluation is not only for one school. So if you've decided to apply to another university outside there, in another school, in another city, the transcript evaluation works. That is why I purposely recommend IE and Spartan, because 90% of schools in the US, if not 80%, I stand to be corrected, actually accept Spartan or IEE. So it's not wasted. So if you do your transcript evaluation for Carolina University, that doesn't mean that you cannot use it outside the US. Sorry, that doesn't mean you cannot use it outside Carolina University. You can even apply to neighboring university in addition to it, so that you can have other options. So your transcript evaluation is never wasted. So if you do it, it is for you and it is yours. And you can use it to apply to other schools in the US. And guess what? I'm speaking as an admission officer. Once I see a transcript already evaluated, I'm always so much interested in that person, because it saves time. Yes, it saves time.
Really?
Oh, God.
Ah,
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. So it saves
no,
time.
you what?
So it's something that you look at, and you ensure that um, you do. It's never wasted. So if you do your transcript evaluation from how do I call it, from either IE or Spartan, there is ECE, there is Colaro. So if you're applying to other schools, try to check which type of evaluation does other schools accepted, so that you don't waste your resources. So it's pretty easy. So, but I'm pretty sure that Spartan or IEE, West, almost all the schools accept West. So you won't have problem with West. But what about the cost implication of West? West charges about 271. We might not be able to afford that. But Spartan also accepts student copies. Spartan and IEE accept student copy of your transcript. So if you have your student copy transcript, you can upload it. And that is why I was talking about bachelor student that is planning to come for their high school student that they are coming to come for, they are planning to come for their bachelor's degree. Go to your school, take all the transcripts, Take all your transcripts from your from your SS1, SS2, SS3, along with your WAEC or either NECO, or if you are using the two. No one is ever saying that you cannot use both WAEC and NECO. You can use the two. All you need to do is to get the scratch card for WAEC, get the scratch card for your NECO, ensure that you attach it along with when you're doing your evaluation. And there is a plus to that. If you only think of evaluating both only the WAEC and NECO, your GP might not really shoot up. But if you had the past transcript with it, there is a way those two organizations look into your transcripts and add value to it. So it's actually help. And if you want to apply to other university, again, your transcript evaluation is never wasted. Our school does not accept SATs. You can see it's pretty easy. Just get your $50, apply to the university, and once you submit your application, you can even reach out to me that, hi Hakeem, my email is hakeemn@carolinau.edu. Just put urgent on your subject and reach out to me that I just submitted my application and I would like you to guide me through the process. I will be glad to do that because my joy is to see you guys coming to Carolina University. We have beautiful international community here, which I part to be one. I'm always ensuring that any international students that moves to the US, specifically Carolina University, I watch over them, ensure that they quickly settle down, and whatever things they need to do, we have like a board that we actually take it one step at a time. So if your mind is like scared, like, oh, I'm going to a place that I do not have anyone, you have God, and probably I am, provided I'm still with the university. So I'm always here to always assist the best way I could because I know how it feels to move from the home country down to the country that you do not have um, people, but you have us. So let me put it that way. So Carolina University make arrangement for things like that for international students when they are coming. They get it. So let's talk about the beautiful part: scholarship. Again, I said the transcript has a lot of things in it. Um, Fortunately, transcript is one of your GPA after evaluation is what we look into to first determine your scholarship. So we have two type of scholarship for international students. We have numerous scholarship, but there are two major type of scholarship. But for bachelors, we even have a scholarship also known as sibling scholarship. So if two family members are coming to the university, they can get their own scholarship. If you are a sports, the school is so keen in sport as well. We have beautiful scholarship for sports. All you need to do is to email us your portfolio, what you've been doing, how you've been doing it, and what are the certificates or awards you've received. Your coach should send us a recommendation letter that yes, they are aware that you do this, and there is beautiful scholarship for sport as well. So but of course, even if you're coming for sport, you need to evaluate your transcript. So once we receive your transcript, we have our presidential scholarship. So if you go to the website and you click on the home part and you scroll up to see the admissions part, you will see international students. Click on the international students and scroll down, you will see the international student employment opportunity as well as presidential scholarship. Again, there is this university out there that is taking the stress out of everyone. Unlike some schools that once you submit your application, you still have to look out for their scholarship or apply separately. For bachelors, it is automatic for you. 100%. It is automatic for you, provided you actually meet the requirement. So, as you're receiving your offer of admission, you are receiving your presidential scholarship as well as your student employment. The student employment go as far as 8,000. How much is this tuition for bachelor's degree? For instance, maybe someone can punch calculator for me. The tuition is about $32,000, including room and boarding, meaning that your accommodation is taken care of for bachelor's degree, your accommodation is taken care of, your feeding is taken care of in per year, which is $32,000. Now, that is where your student employment comes in. You are being awarded up to $8,000 from your 32,000. So approximately you're having 22,000 left, or probably 24,000, right? Then you are also eligible for presidential scholarship. What is this presidential scholarship? Is the award given by the president of the university to encourage international students that in as low as your GPA, even if your GPA is even if your GPA is 2.4, 2.5, and our merit scholarship starts from 3.0, that is where presidential scholarship comes in. We will encourage you. Like, okay, take this 10%, 20%, 15%, 5%, 10%. You will always have something. And these will actually help you when you go for your visa interview. You don't need to mention the percentage. When you go for the visa interview, just use the word presidential scholarship. That yes, I was awarded a presidential scholarship along with my tuition. The rest will be covered by my father, who is into this. We'll get to that when we are talking about training, about how I believe you can successfully pass your visa interview. That is a story for another day, our section for another day. But now we're just talking about the process of application. So that's where the prestigious presidential scholarship comes in, meaning that you apply for it, you get a percentage of your scholarship. So look at that beautiful part of it. That's why I said we do not have we do not have fully funded scholarship, but we do have partial scholarship. So let's say presidential scholarship for bachelors, you are getting up to another 8,000. 8,000 plus 8,000, that is $16,000. And that $16,000, if you minus it from $32,000, which will be having about 20 something thousand, or like say 19,000 or 18,000. That is how much you will be paying per year, including room and boarding for bachelor's degree. What about the graduate students, be it masters, be it PhD student? Of course, presidential scholarship is also an automatic scholarship. But there is difference between the portal of bachelor's degree and the graduate degree. Under the graduate, you are meant to um, express your interest that you want a scholarship. So you have to put it in there that, oh, you want a scholarship. Once you get to that section that says you want a scholarship, it's going to ask you to write about 400 words why you believe that we should award you a scholarship. However, again, presidential scholarship is designed to actually assist international students, to motivate international students to at least know that GPA is not your fault. There are some people that get that cheap low GPA based on circumstances that is going on around them at that period. So if you graduate with a first class, that doesn't make you the best student. As a matter of fact, if you graduate with a first class, you might not be able to even use your screwdriver to work. I'm not trying to I'm just trying to tell you guys that it's just opportunity that you get. If you graduate with a 2-2, it's not like you're better than first class, or first class is better than you, or third class is better than you, or you're better than the third class. It's just circumstances. But as a third class person, I wouldn't wait. Rather, I will do what? I will start developing myself. Immediately you graduate with a class, you can do some other degree, diploma degree to actually catch up. And once you do that, evaluate the two together. Find yourself in the US and now build your career. So, yes, for graduate students, they will get the presidential scholarship. But the student employment would need to look at other factors. Is the employment available? Okay, I keep mentioning student employment opportunity. That is what we call as our graduate assistant position. So the graduate assistant position will is what we call the student employment opportunities. Just the same term we use for the bachelor's, we use for the master's, and we use for the PhD. So once you are awarded that student employment, you will get the same with offer. What now happens if you do not you receive your offer of admission and there is no student employment? You can as well email us that I think I qualify for student employment opportunity. Just prove the reason why you want me to reconsider you to award you a student employment opportunity. And of course, I don't decide alone. Like again, it's a committee of admissions, so I have to place that. Oh, this person is trying to convince me that I should award the student employment opportunity. And let's say you are not even given the student employment opportunity, you can as well go ahead with it. And when you eventually land here, we have the international student services. They are ready. The door is always open 24/7 to communicate with you and ask question, how can I get this opportunity as well? There is always a way when there's no way. So what now happen when your admission when you receive your admission offer? The next is you pay an enrollment fee of $200. It's non-refundable, but it is transferable. What do I mean by it is transferable? Um, the $200 is transferable in the sense that, let's say you applied for summer. Again, our start terms are spring, which is January resumption, summer, which is May resumption, fall, which is August resumption. However, on the website, when you're trying to fill your application, you might be seeing January and March for spring, which is correct, May and June for summer, which is correct, and August and October for fall, which is correct. However, you see all those second months, March, June, and October, they are not available for international students. So you only go by the first term, start term, which is January, May, or August. So spring is January, summer is May, fall is August. So if peradventure you are unable to come for your in summer due to maybe visa interview, your enrollment fee that you paid, you can transfer it to fall. So once we defer your admission to fall, you will receive the same offer of admission, still asking you to pay the 200. All you need to do is, oh, I've already paid the $200. And once we can confirm that, you're good. So that's why I kept telling you that it's a one-time payment which is transferable, but it is non-refundable even if your visa gets denied. Immediately you receive your offer of admission, then you will receive some documentation, such as your presidential scholarship agreement form, because every year you must maintain a GPA of about 3.35 for you to be able to maintain that scholarship. So, um, G, so once your offer is out, you get your the documentation, the presidential scholarship agreement form, the cost of attendance, the student employment if awarded, and an affidavit of support. So these affidavits, some other schools, when you submit application with them, they will ask you for bank statement before they can give you admission offer. But for Carolina University, again, you see, until an admission is out. So it's pretty well to see what you want to dab into before you even you start calling, excuse me, you start calling your uncle, your brother, your father to sponsor you. So you will see the cost of attendance you are paying into. And again, if you decided not to stay on campus, which means that for graduate students, if you decided not to stay on campus, it means that the $8,000 living expenses will be removed from your cost of attendance. So what that means is that the tuition for master student is about $15,000. And let's assume that you're giving 7,000, 8,000 from your scholarship from 15,000. Note, but this is dependable on your GPA. And other things that we look into as a committee. So that's why it's difficult for me to actually name that. Oh, if you tell me your GPA now, I can tell you the amount of scholarship you'll be awarded. No, because I don't determine it alone. It's a committee of admission. So, but let's assume that you are able to get $7,000 as your scholarship from 15,000. You are paying 8,000 per year. 8,000 per year. Which one would you rather go for? A university that is tuition is about $40,000. They gave you $20,000 and you have to pay 20,000. Or a university that their tuition is 15,000. They gave you 7,000, you are paying $8,000 per year for your masters. And our masters in our school is 18 months, while our PhD is between 3 to 4 years, or any other year you prefer, because some always take a year off during their PhD. So sometimes before, because I said it's 4 years, oh, I'm supposed to complete in 4 years. Yep, it's between 3 to 4 years. And sometimes students usually extend their stay, meaning they can take a summer off or 1 year annual vacation. So, which means that they might not be able to complete it the year they want to. So, other factors, that's for academics. I can't say anything about academics. I can only say about admissions, people coming in. So, look at that opportunity given to you, a school giving you 60,000. Look at the student employment, and look at the tuition of each schools, and their living expenses, which is 8,000, is already removed from your tuition, which means that you are only paying the school the amount whole. But for the purpose of immigration, the 8,000 will be added to your document to show that you are able to take care of yourself here when you eventually land here. So the amount whole will be different from the total cost of attendance. I mean, total affidavit rather. So, which is the tuition plus your living expenses. That is the amount we are expected to see in your sponsor's bank accounts, a very bank statement. So once we receive all those documents, the next thing you need to do is to pay a $4,000, as at this moment, a $4,000 for the issuance of your I-20. And that is towards your tuition. And I pretty get it that there are other schools there that people do not pay any deposit before they get their I-20. But the question you need to ask yourself, the school actually just started that process. But the question now is, I don't know if you've been watching news. They are now scrutinizing, even after getting your visa at your point of entry, they are now scrutinizing every individual coming to the US. If you do not have a cogent visitor visas, now they are even returning them back from the point of entry. But that you are going for your visa interview, you need to prove extraordinary, convince that visa officer that yes, you are actually a student and you are going for the student, and you've committed a deposit of about 4,000 to the university. You can go with your receipts. So you are literally convincing the visa officer that, oh, for you to have done that, yes, because they are in the mode of scrutinizing all individual planning to come to the US, regardless of what you are coming to do, students, visiting, and all. So it is essential to make sure that yes, you have something very convincing, cogent to um, um, convince the visa officer. Then maybe next time I'll come out and still talk to you about how I feel you can successfully pass the visa interview so that we can look at for how do I call it, questions in how you can go about it. So once that is being paid, note it is refundable only if your visa got denied. I mean, the $4,000 you pay is refundable once your visa is denied. Now, but what happens if your visa is not denied? Then the school has a payment plan, meaning that before you once your visa is approved, you already pay 4,000. You have 30%, 35%, and 35%, meaning that 30% before you eventually get to the US, 35% by the end of the first semester, and 35% towards the end of the second semester. All this that I'm saying will be sent to you via the breakdown. A lot of people are requesting for their documents now because we updated our policy. So We always ensure that our documentation carries every policy. So we won't have different versions of policy. And I get it that majority of my students, they haven't received the document. We're working on it. Starting from next week, they will start receiving their documents. I apologize for that, just using this medium to apologize openly. So we are actually working on it. So once your I-20 is out, what next? You pay for the service fee. Once you pay for the service fee, you fill your DS 160, you schedule your appointment, then you can probably watch my YouTube or probably request that. Yes, I usually have this kind of training occasionally that I will send to all my students, that they've already received their I-20, and probably train them how I feel. I'm not an immigration expert. I just use my experience and my exposure to train them on how I feel they can pass their visa interview looking at the I-20. So what that means is that right from the scratch, you must know how you want your I-20 to look out for. So that is what you're going to use to present yourself. And immediately you get your I-20, you pay the service fee. The US has about 30%, you have 70%. And the day you schedule your appointment, you have about 80%, the US has about 20%. All you need to do is to use that 80% to convince that visa officer to give you that 20%, and that is it. You see, that 20% sounds like it is not just 20%, but trust me, it is more than that, just 20%. It is something that is way more, because you only have 3 to 5 minutes for them to interview you, and that is it. And that is why I always call something give it all. Meaning, once they ask you that question, say everything and leave that visa officer no option than, so tell me, what's your short term goal or long term goal? Again, DS 160 is very important. We'll talk about all those things in our next section. But I just come out there that I receive, for those that joined through the Google Meet, I receive your application that you're trying to come into Carolina University, and we are working on your application. If you have not submitted your application, feel free to submit your application, and do let me know once you submit your application. You can just email me to let me know that yes, you have submitted your application. I'll be looking forward to um, receive your application. So pretty well. Again, let me recap about Carolina University. Of course, Carolina University is located in the city of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Carolina University is a Christian private university. Majority will be looking like, oh, it's a Christian university. Are they going to accept me? I'm a Muslim, I'm other religion. No, there's nothing like that in there. As a matter of fact, I'm a Muslim and I have been awarded a scholarship or something. I have other students too that they are Muslim and they are doing well. The only thing the university cares about is the way they actually run their process. Their belief is about Christianity, and I don't think that's a big deal. So what are the process for the application? We do not have a closing period for you to submit your application, but try to allow the 4 to 6 months ahead before you pick a start date. So what I'm trying to say is that we're in February 1st, 2025. You are planning on coming into Carolina University in summer. Summer is actually the best for you to come in. The weather will be nice, will be okay. You would have acclimatized with the system, and if anything happened, you can defer to August. But if you pick August, it means that if you're unable to come in August till January of 2026. So ensure to actually streamline to whatever you want. I don't know what you need. I don't know what you want. I don't know your goal, except you talk to me about it. That's the only way I can be able to guide or assist. So what are the requirements? You submit your application, pay the application fee, submit all the three requirements: your transcript evaluation, your international passport, which is not required at the point of you submitting an application yet, and your your English language proficiency letter that shows that you were taught in English. But if you have done your IELTS academic or Duolingo or TOEFL, feel free to send it to us as well. We will accept it. So it's not like only letter. No, we both do the two. But if you do not have the letter, if you are from an English speaking country, your IELTS, your English test will be waived. And what happened once we receive your admission? Once you receive your admission, you pay the enrollment deposit, you submit all the documentation that will come with your offer of admission, you sign them, provide us the bank statement, pay your tuition deposit, get your I-20, start the immigration process. And if you need my assistance, feel free to reach out to me. I work as a staff for the university. I am not an agent. So it means that you're getting all the information right straight from a member of the university. And I'm not the only one that are the admission officer. If you look at our website, you come to directory. If you come to directory, you come to admissions, and you can see the admission officers that we have in here. So feel free to reach out to any of the admission officers who will provide you the same um, process. I mean, the same information. I think by now we I'm done with all the process you want to know about Carolina University, and I will be taking questions or discussions right now. So this is how we're gonna do it. I know David, you want to talk. I've been seeing some hands on the Google Meet. Let me check the YouTube if we have questions. Okay, so pretty well. There is no question yet on the YouTube. I'm gonna check TikTok and I'm gonna check Instagram to know if we actually have questions. So we will prioritize those that have actually submitted their application on our website and that have question. So the Google Meet first. So if you have any question, unmute yourself and you can start. So I'll pick it one by one. David, you have a question. I can hear you loud and clear. Beautiful. So okay, if I get you correctly, you said you got your um from the United States. And are you currently in the US? Okay, you're in Sierra Leone. Okay. Okay. What is the name of the university again? I'm sorry. University of the People. Okay, so I've actually received transcript from them, and I think we work with them. So, but what you need to do is that Monday you can shoot me. Do you have a copy of your transcript? Okay, so you can. Have you submitted your application? Okay, yeah. Please go ahead, and by Monday, just email me the transcript, and I will verify with you, and we can take it. Are you planning to come in person, or you want to take it online? So what that means? That means that's not the only degree you have, right? So should I advise you? I want to talk to you as a career um, person. Just want to advise you. If I were you, I will evaluate all my credentials, not because of today, not because of the moment, but because of the future. And at the same time, once you do the evaluation of that, all your credentials, as an admission officer, you're giving me this thing to look into your application carefully. You're giving me this convincing, like, okay, I have different degrees to look into to determine your eligibility. So you will be open. Majority of people make that mistake. They will have a master's. They will forget to evaluate their bachelor's. And the beautiful part about the university and I'm always keen to that, is that you cannot apply for PhD, submit only your master's to me, and accept and expect me to accept it. No, you must go back and evaluate your bachelor's. It sounds odd, way kind of, but I'm literally helping the student. I just don't want to base my judgment on what I'm saying, because that alone would not give me that, and I don't want to deny that person. So I would rather insist that no, you must evaluate your bachelor's degree. When I received it too, it gives me a clearer picture of what your bachelor is. So in your case, whatever degrees you have, you can try, just try to evaluate them. Spatron has this mode on their website. If those degrees are not from the US, again, once the degree are not from the US, you can expect to do the evaluation. But if they are from the US, you do not need an evaluation of your credentials. And even the transcript, by the time we will receive it, all you need to do is to reach out to your school and ask them to send the official to Carolina University, either through Patchman or through the regular mail or through email, admissions at carolinau.edu. Once we receive that, you can even be admitted first while you process other evaluation, because your degree is is a degree from the US. Yeah, so it will work. It will work. Yes. No, it comes with the offer. That is what I said. And that is it. As at this moment that we are having it, that is how we review. The scholarship comes automatically with your offer. So, and you must have expressed your interest as a graduate studies on your application that you want a scholarship. And the system is going to ask you to write a 400 words why you believe that we should award you a scholarship. Have I answered your question, sir? It's always my pleasure. So, Enoch, next. Yes, I can hear you. Okay, Enoch, why you? You're from Ghana, right? Okay, good. Okay, okay. That means in education, right? Okay, 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 okay. Have you done the evaluation of your transcript first? Oh, great. Yeah. But you're telling me the basics, right? That you have a 3.5 over 4.0. Trust me, you will be qualified for the entry requirement. And the beautiful part about your bachelor's degree that you did, you qualify for basic things. For one, you qualify for education, to go for education, master's in education. You qualify for master's in data science, and you qualify for master's in computer engineering. You qualify for master's in electric and electronic engineering. So you have a very diversified degree. So, I was talking about your first choice, second choice, third choice, first choice. So yours, you have almost four choice based on if I want to review your credentials that you're telling me. Yep. And have you submitted your application to Carolina University yet? And you have paid for the evaluation. Okay. Um, okay, just email me and let me see how I can work with you. Okay. I want to encourage you. Yep. Just email me, just introduce yourself and explain the status of your application, and let's see how well we can have. If you truly want to come here to study, I will work with you. Yeah, it's always my pleasure. Any other question? Lily Bo. I might not be able to spell Nelson. Let me just pronounce the last name. Nelson. Okay, Lily. Yes, personally, I can hear you loud and clear. Oh, you emailed me. We've been having a conversation. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, it's because of the immigration. Here's it. International students, they have the right to apply for emergency date. I'm only particular about um, visa process, not the admission process. And that is why we normally request, we do not have a closing period for you to submit an application, but we do have deadline to submit all the required documentation, which is 1 month to the school resumption. Usually 1 month to the school resumption. But I would advise you to continue what you're doing. If you're unable to make it in, are you coming for summer? Good. And if you're unable to make it for that summer, you can defer to August. So yeah, so just continue what you oh, it's August. Yeah, so it's fine. Just continue what you're doing. So when will you be done? Are you there? Oh, so you okay, you'll be done in May. And is that for your bachelor's? That's for your bachelor's, right? So you're planning to come for your master's. Okay. Now, um, I might have a little way kind of. Why don't you start your program online immediately you complete? Start your master's online and join us in person by August. Yep, yep. Here's it. You finish it. Okay, just leave your application the way it is, right? Because we still need your bachelor's transcript. But my question is this: um, where are you calling from, or where are you having this conversation from, or where are you from? Okay. So I do not know how transcript works in Ghana. Like if you finish in May, is it possible that you are getting your student copy transcripts by that May, or it has to be June? Oh, in June. Good. If I were you, by the time you want to submit your transcript for evaluation, for it to be processed fast, if you choose Patron, allows patron to carry out their evaluation process. Pay for that evaluation process. Let them carry out the verification by themselves. Here is the reason. If you allow patron to do the verification by themselves, they have 10 days. It means you are giving them ultimatum of 10 days to carry it out. So if your transcript is out by that June, apply for your transcript evaluation. If you have the student copy by you, fine. If you don't, if you have a statement of results, upload the statement of results to show that yes, you already have a degree. And once you submit that, you can. It's not a must, but if you have your way that you can communicate with your previous university to send your transcript to Spartan, it works faster. But the $170 cost by cost evaluation is a 10 business days. And that 10 business days start from the day they receive your transcript. If you are the one to authorize your university to send it to Spatran. But if you are authorizing Spatran to carry out the evaluation on your behalf, meaning that you will just sit down, fold your hands, and be watching movies or be doing other things while Spatran does all the stress for you, and they have ultimatum of 10 business days, and before the June ending you'll receive your transcripts. So what that means, what I would advise you about that is that because you only have 2 months left to join us in August, so if you do not want to start your program online, you can what I expected you to be doing is ensure that the transcript evaluation is done. The financial part, meaning that the what's it called? The enrollment fee is available. Um, your sponsor is ready to sign your affidavits. Everything is working fast. So immediately your transcript is getting ready, just reach out to me. You can even schedule. If you look at my signature, there is a schedule appointment on my appointment. You can schedule appointment like this one-on-one because I deal with thousands of applications. Currently, I'm running with 2,700 applicants. So it's a whole lot. That's why I was asking that have we been communicating? So you can schedule an appointment with me and let me know that, hey, Hakeem, I have gotten I'm done with, I'm the person that needed to complete my program. I've completed it. How can we work faster about it? Trust me, and I will ensure that your application move faster. But if you want to start your program, if you don't want to start in May when you finish, which is going to be June, don't forget we have June resumption. Yep, June resumption. So you can join us online for the June resumption while you join us in person in August. So what that means is that you're gonna have two applications with us: the online application and the in-person application. And when you go for your visa interview, you can easily convince the visa officer that, hey, I'm actually going to continue. So your language is going to change. When the visa officer asks you, what are you going to do in the US? Yours will be continue your education, because I already started online due to my degree. I completed my degree in May and I don't want to lose my spot with the university. And this is a degree that I wanted. So you just have to say some things that will convince the visa officer that yes. But again, that is not a must. You can as well start fully in August. Have I answered your question? Okay. Any other questions? Okay, so you're still raising your hand, Nelson. Have I answered all your question? Okay, you're welcome. Christopher Ba. Did I pronounce it well? Ba or Ba? Christopher, are you there? Christopher, are you there? You raise your hand, and I think you have a question for me. Yes, please. Let's have your question. There are others too on waiting. If I get you correctly, you said you have your bachelor's where? What program? Bachelor of Commerce, but human resources. And you're thinking of applying for MBA, right? So let me ask you, why do you want this MBA? Free with me. Free with me. Let's take admission officer out of this. There's a direction I'm going. So talk to me like your normal friend. So I'm asking you, Christopher, let's chat. So why do you want to go for your master's in business administration? Note, in Carolina University, we have three areas in MBA. We have the management. Don't let me go back to the quick one. Let me um share my screen. Let me see if you can see my screen. Can you all see my screen for those on Google Meet, please? Um, okay. So, so for MBA, we have three concentration. We are concentration rather. So we have business analytics, and we have marketing. So among these three, so tell me which one is actually your preferred, your choice. Business analytics. Okay. So, and you had an experience in human resources, is that correct? Okay. So tell me, why do you want to go for business analytics and MBA? So do you agree? Sorry, did you agree to that statement because I said it or it is happening? Okay, good. I like that. Sorry, I'm a philosopher and I choose my words carefully. So that's why I asked that. Oh, it's not because Hakeem said this, but is it because it is happening and you believe that? Go ahead. Okay, go ahead. Okay. Yes, I'm with you. I can hear you. Okay, great. Fair enough. Let's look at the curriculum. If you look at the curriculum here, introduction to management, introduction to marketing, principles of accounting, management information system, principles of organization finance, organizational business culture, contemporary economic issues, managing for results, marketing for results, managerial accounting, strategic and business analytics, you have introduction of business and so on. Just go to the website and click on the curriculum of the MBA to read more. Now, have you ever thought about leadership, masters in leadership? Yes. Have you ever thought about that field? Because you said you did human resources. I had to listen to your field. Human resources. It means that you are holding a position. You are actually on a position that, yes, it's you're actually on a position that, how do I call it? Uh, you manage people. Yes, you determine the position for people. That's your aspiration. So that deals with more of leadership role without you deviating from your human resources. And under leadership, if you go for masters in leadership, we have different concentration. We have public administration, we have international relations, we have sociology, we have communication, we have business, we have politics, we have technology, we have justice, and we have ministry. People might be thinking of aspiring for a position, for a leadership position. Again, what I just did now, I just helped you to let you know that MBA is not, based on your field, MBA is not the only area you might want to consider. So I'm helping you to shape in your direction that, okay, have you ever thought about this? So you qualify for MA leadership as well as MBA. Yes. Okay. So sleep about it, pray towards it, and make your decision. I pray Almighty Allah will guide you. Okay. Any have I answered your question? Good. All right. So immediately you submit your application. Just email me. Email me immediately to submit your application so that I can. You said? Okay, if you want to go through your evaluation, right? Okay, shoot me an email. I think I have a demo that I've already done on how to go about the evaluation. And again, someone just asked me a question on Instagram right now. The evaluation, the evaluation is been, if you like, have 5 degrees, they will only charge you for one. You're not paying 170 for different degrees. No. All you need to do is when you are creating your application portal for your evaluation, if you go to our website, you click on admissions. If you click on admissions, um, you click on international students, you scroll down to transcript section. Click on that transcript, you will see TEC English. You can click on that TEC English. You see that TEC is called the Evaluation Company. So once you accept that, you accept the prompts that it's going to bring for you. So if you go through the university website, it's going to charge you 170. But if you go through the their normal website, I think it's 190. So it's kind of a difference there. So this is the website. You just go through it and fill all your information in it. So just email me and request for a demo on how to complete the evaluation, and I will send it to you. I think I have a demo that I've done, and it can guide you on how to submit. So as I was saying, if you like, let's say those that are coming for their masters, they already have 3 master's degree, 4 2 bachelors. Just add all the degrees together in your form and just keep adding, and you only pay for that $170 for the form. So it's not like maybe you pay 170 for a bachelor's, 170 for no, it's added together. It increases only the um when you request evaluate when you request patron to carry out the evaluation for you. That is where your fees will increase. But if you are coming for bachelor and for masters, it has to be course by course analysis. And if you are coming for bachelors, just regular evaluation is good, just to tell us what the equivalency of your GPA is. Have I answered your question, sir? Mr. Christopher, have I answered your question? All right. You're welcome. Um, Razak Azan. Yes, you raise your hand. Sorry for keeping your hands hanging there. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. The CGPA, cumulative grade point average. Yeah, cumulative grade point average. Yeah. GPA is by your term, by your, let's say in 300 level, what's your GPA? But if you want to ask for your CGPA as 300 level, it means from your 100, 200, and 300. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Business management will be good for you. Yes, management will be good. Concentration management will be, should be. Let me say will, but should be good for you. Management of business analytics should be good for you. Should be good for you. Either of the two, either business analytics or management. So yes, in program exactly. Why business analytics makes it different, and like I said, majority of people do come for masters, meaning that anybody from any field is qualified for MBA. Now, what makes your own program stand out? If you're planning to come in person, the visa officer knows that yes, and this is me being honest. The visa officer knows that. So why can't you have your MBA in your country? There's no school that doesn't do MBA. Like I literally do, I stand to be corrected.
I mean, back home as well. So, but if you kind of place to the visa officer that, oh, I want to do marketing, I want to do, I'm specializing on management, or I'm specializing on business analytics, it's kind of help like, oh, it's kind of challenging. What you want to come and do is kind of challenging. So, yeah, so you actually qualify for the three. But if you want me to help you to rate them, I'll say management first, business analytics second, and marketing third. You're welcome. So when are you planning to submit your application? And how much is the tuition? I'm just curious. You don't need to mention the name of the school. I'm just curious. How much is the tuition? As if I knew, because I've been actually been seeing without a scholarship. So I'm just curious to ask you. So how do you intend to convince the visa officer with a 40,000 no scholarship, not even a partial scholarship? Yes, 2.96 over what? Over 4.0. Okay, so here is it. I always tell people that either whatever your GPA is, do the evaluation of your credentials. If you have bachelor's, if you have diploma, add it together. Give that admission officer the the benefit to recommend you to another program, or probably place your case to the director of admission that, oh, this person is a key student, is been having a progressive education. I think it will be a good fit for us. We can even place you on probation. And that is one of the thing about this university. We hardly deny people. We always give people that chance. Like, let's see how majority of people that have received my email can testify to that. I'm always recommending additional degree for them, because the school, what the school is all after is believing in students. Like, okay, you can also do well. And that is why you will see majority of people that, oh, I do not even know anything at all before getting here, because the school give you or gave you that life, that second life. Yeah. Joseph, my friend, let me have your question, please. You should have been the first person. Oh, Razak, have I been able to answer your question? I'm sorry. Please, well, immediately you submit your application, please email me, okay? Let's work together. All right, all right. Joseph, before I call Fatima, I want to talk to Joseph. Joseph, are you there? Okay, my friend. Yes, and the online is pretty easy. It's flexible. You don't even need to actually attend. Let's say the class is by 12 o'clock. You don't even need to be online when the class is on. All you need to do is a weekly assignment. Watch the recording. Weekly assignments. Make sure you meet the weekly assignment, and submit your um assignment by the due date, and that is it. So it's pretty easy. Yeah. No, no. It's your degree. It's just the only difference is just I am in person. You are online. We are. Let's say you. What program are you planning to come for? MBA. So I'm doing my own MBA in the same field where you are. I'm here legal. I'm here in the United States. I'm in person, but you are not here. But you're taking your classes online. That's it. Same certificate. Yep. Exactly. Yep. Yep. Even during the graduation, the registrar will give you a letter. They will ask you that, do you want to accept, do you, are you coming for the ceremony? Once you, they're gonna give you a form to fill. Once you tell them that yes, you are coming for the ceremony, of course they will give you an invite. Then you can use it to apply for your visa to come for your ceremony. Can you hear me, sir? I'm sorry, it's muffled up. I can hear you. Hello, Joseph. We can hear Joseph again. Fatima, can we have you? What's your question? Good afternoon. Oh, Fatima Sulaiman. Welcome. Okay, I like that question. But before I answer you, Fatima, hold on. Joseph, are you trying to communicate with me? Because I can hear you. Joseph, I can hear you. Probably you might need to adjust your mic. I can hear you. Okay, so Fatima, if I get you correctly, you had your higher national diploma, which is HND, in one of the schools in Nigeria. Is that correct? And I'm pretty sure that before HND, you did OND, which is your ordinary national good. It's the same with someone having a top class 2-2 or 2-1. You need to evaluate both your OND and HND. And trust me, well, okay, before that, what's your GPA for your OND? Ordinary national diploma. What was your GPA? Over 4.0, right? Or is it over 4.0? Hello, Fatima, you there? Okay, so is it over 4.0? Or the network is not friendly? Fatima, I can hear you. Your network is not friendly. Fatima, are you there? Yeah, you're coming in and out. You're coming in and out. So I'm just asking that was it 4.0 over 4.0? Oh, we lost her. She's not communicating. Yeah, we were waiting for you to communicate because I think the network wasn't user friendly with you as well. So your question was your yes, I can hear you now, Joseph. I can hear you now. Welcome back. Yes, like I said, the registrar is gonna email you when you're done. They're gonna email you and ask you that do you want to come in person to attend the ceremony. And once you pick yes, they will send you an invitation that you can use it to apply for your visa. But if you have your visa already, you don't need to. You just come over. So the way the online payment is done or the tuition is done, we usually have 60% scholarship. But what we did this period now is that we do not have that scholarship, but what we did is that we regulated the amount to $10,000. Yes, and one of the good part about online student is that you can pay as low as $1,000 per month. So you can sign up a payment plan with the student account office. So you do not need to pay all at once. So you can sign up payment plan. You can sign up payment plan with the student account officer, Susan Waters, and for the online students, we actually accept payment plan for them right from the start. Immediately you receive your offer of admission. And the good part about our online is that regardless of your GPA, you we work with your offer of admission. Yes. Yeah. We actually do recommend online for students a lot of time. Yes, yes, yes. My email is Hakeem N. That is Hakeem Hakeem and N for Nancy at carolinau.edu. Yes, please do. I'm interested. Okay, so Fatima, are you there now? Fatima, are you there now? I'm sorry, we can't hear you. Nathan, I can hear you. It's Fatima that we can't hear. We don't know what's going on. Fatima, you keep cutting in and out. We can't hear you. Nathan, please go ahead. Yes. Okay. 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 Number one, something is important here. Even if you want to go for direct PhD, you need to evaluate your transcripts. That one is number one thing you need to do. And number two is that you need to reach out to that university you want to apply for. Do they accept direct PhD from bachelor's? Some school does that, but Carolina University, no, you must have your bachelor's and your master's before you are qualified for a PhD. So if you're thinking of applying to Carolina University, I think master's is the next step for you to do. And based on your qualification and what you've been doing, kudos, you're a chartered accountant. I know it's not easy. I wish you can give me that degree. I wouldn't mind. But kudos to you. And I think going for management will be better. MBA in management will be better. Yeah. I'm not. I'm not surprised. So I know you will qualify. Even before you mentioned your CGPA, so I'm not surprised. Yes, you do the transcript evaluation. It's not about the English. That's what people used to get it wrong. It's not about the English. Like, oh, I did my degree in an English country. No, it's about the equivalency of what you are bringing from your own country to that of the US. Yes, so that is why we call it transcript evaluation. So it is not about the degree. It's not about the English, rather. Oh, I did English. No, it's not about the English. It's about the equivalency of what you earn to that of. Yeah, please. Yeah, no problem. Just shoot me an email. We can schedule one on one. I have a one on one section with my signature. If you have my signature,
you'll see my link to schedule an appointment on my signature, and you can easily schedule an appointment, and we can take it up from there. So just do me a favor when you schedule an appointment with me. It's free. It's not like maybe I'm charging anyone. It's part of my duty to ensure that yes, I guide students along their process very well. So just do me a favor, be on time, do the conversion of the timing, because I'm always seeing a lot of, I'll just be waiting for students to come online, and at the end of the day, they won't. And I plan my day on that basis, okay? And make sure you articulate all your questions, number one, number two, number three, and we just eat straight to the point, okay? All right. Once you submit an application, just let me know and I'll take it from there for you, okay? All right. Samuel Kwesi. Did I pronounce it very well? Fatima, are you back? I know you were there, but your network wasn't friendly, and it's it doesn't want you to communicate with me today. Maybe no problem. Yeah, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you. I was about to call someone else, but I can. I think I can still take you. Okay, so I was asking that, was it over 4.0 your degree? Okay, so the thing is, you need to evaluate your credentials, both your OND and your HND. You have to evaluate them together. And like I was explaining to people, that you don't need to submit separately. Just create. If you want to use IEE will charge you 150. That means you need to email me so that I can send you the link of the landing page to you. Whilst Patron charges 170, and I will advise you to just use Patron. Um, the first step you need to do is submit an application to Carolina University, which is within 15 minutes, you're done. During the education side, in your application for Carolina University, add the two schools. Once you do that, one will be associate, the other one will be bachelor's, which is the HND, while your OND will be associate degree. Once you add the two together, complete. I don't know if you need a scholarship or not, but if you don't, you're good. If you, okay, so you have to indicate that you need a scholarship. Once you do that, we receive your application. We'll send you a link that you can use to evaluate your credentials. So you all you need to do is come to um, the admissions. Sorry, on the website. If you cannot wait for the um, link to be sent to you after you submit your application, you see my screen? You will see something like this. Yep. So this is Patron, and if I fill myself in there, is the same as this. I pick a date of birth and I pick an email, my number. It takes me to the next page. So this is what I'm talking about for those that they are still online. So this is cost by cost analysis that you need to pick. There are other 2 business days, there are 5 business days, but you should do the 10 business day. You click on this, and if it is bachelor's on the other side, you pick on the general appropriate, which is 110, but yours is going to be cost by cost analysis because you're coming for graduate. Then this is what I'm talking about. So you said you have your degree in Nigeria, so you have to select the country of study, which is Nigeria, and the name of the polytechnic. You have to select that. Um, let's say Plateau State Polytechnic, the degree. So the degree is OND first, right? Can you see my screen? Then what year did you graduate? If it is 2013, you put it, and normally this is a 2-year program, if I'm not mistaken, right? Then you come here and add your credentials, add additional credentials. Then this is where you're going to fill the same, and in here you had here, let's say you pick Nigeria.
and same university or same polytechnic, let's say Plateau State Polytechnic and HND. So that is Higher National Diploma. And what year did you graduate? Let's say 2016. And year, how many years is 2 years? And you click next. That's it. They will charge you the same fee, not separate fee. In it, can you see it here? Good. So that is it. So you will qualify for it. Yep, you will qualify for it. So, and that is what I wanted to tell people. For those that finish with OND, HND, they can qualify for their master's degree in the US. All they need to do is to evaluate their credentials. Yes, you must work. Okay, please. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is to submit application to the university. So once you submit an application to the university, you wait for about 24 to 48 hours for an admission officer to reach out to you that, hi, Fatima, we received your application. Kindly provide me those 3 or 4 documents that I mentioned. It's going to be listed in the email. And inside that email that will be sent to you, it's called First Step email. You will see the link to Spartan. Once you click on it, it will take you to the landing page of the same one that I explained to you just now. Yes, and what that means is that if you pass through that, they will once you submit your application for the evaluation, they will automatically send um, the results to Carolina University. There's a particular part where they will ask you to provide additional email. So if you have submitted an application to another university, you can provide that school email on that part because ordinarily from that first page where you put your email, they will send a copy to you automatically. They give benefits for one more school to be sent, but if you ask them later on, they might charge you. No problem. Once you submit your application, you can email me. We can have a one-on-one section whereby I can walk you through the process of the evaluation. So you don't have issue with that. Ordinarily, once you submit an application to the school, we'll have access to your email. But I'm sending that to the chat right now for everyone. Hakeem in carolinau.edu. All right. What else? I think I've answered. Oh, okay, Samuel. Okay, have I been able to answer your question, Fatima? Because I want to go to other. You're welcome. Samuel Kumasi. Samuel, are you there? Samuel Kwesi. Okay, sorry, Samuel. We've been waiting for you. Not you have been waiting for me. Okay. 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 Yep. Oh, that is what I just explained to Fatima right now. So the first thing you will need to do is to submit your application to the school. You wait for about 24 to 48 hours for an admission officer to reach out to you and tell you that, hey, we received your application. And inside that email, you have the link to complete the evaluation process. And if you're having challenges around it, once you receive that email, there's gonna be a link for you to schedule one-on-one meeting with me and I can walk you through the process on how to do the evaluation, or I send you a demo on what I've already created, the step by step on how to complete the evaluation of your credentials. Yes. So, but what you do is complete the application online. I mean, submit the application to Carolina University, then email me that you've completed your application, and we can schedule one on one, and I can go ahead to walk you through on how to complete the admission process. I'm sorry, the yes, both the admission process as well as the evaluation of your credentials. Yes. All right. I think I've answered every one question. Oh, your greater. Did I pronounce your name very well? And that would be the last question for today on the Google Meet. I want to answer all other questions too. Your great, are you there? All right. Oh, great. I can hear you loud and clear, sir. Okay, great. Oh, okay. So let me. I'm sorry that I laugh. I'm sorry that I laugh. You see, that question moves me because, like I said, you might be able to influence your admission. What do I mean by you might be able to influence your admission? I mean, submitting the right documents and determine your eligibility. You see, in as much as there's a committee of admission, right? Um, in life generally, it's risk. So the day you determine that yes, you want to complete your application, I believe there is a divine element that's actually pushing you. When I use the word divine element, I mean the mindset, God, yeah, that's actually so. Why don't you trust the process? Why don't you trust? Why don't you put your mind? Because trust me, sometimes our mind or our fear sometimes had to part of why we're being delayed. Why don't you be optimistic? Why don't you be determined and say that no, I got this. I'm gonna get this admission, and you pray towards it. That was why I first laughed because it's normal to have that mindset. But let me ask you one or two questions to probably determine your entrance eligibility. So your bachelor's was in what? Okay, 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 good. Okay, okay. Oh, great. Okay, not the original copy. Okay. Yes, we need the official copy. What is your first and your last name, sir? N-E-N and your first name as well. And Michael. Spell your Michael because different people have the spelling of their Michael. Okay. All right, Mr. Michael, I will email you. Okay. I will email you. Yes, I will communicate with you. Don't worry. I will schedule one on one. Okay. Yeah. All right. It's always my pleasure. Samuel, you still have any other question? If no, I think we can call it a day for those on. Okay, before that, Samuel, before that, let me quickly answer one or two questions um, on YouTube. Sadiq is asking me. Thank you for all you do. My questions are: one, is dependents allowed and are they allowed to work? Yes, dependents are allowed. You can come with your family. So how do we go about that process? Nothing about your family here at Carolina University, nothing about your family will actually surface until an offer of admission is being sent to you. Once you receive offer of an admission, the next thing you need to do is to reach out to us that, hey, I would like to come with my dependent. And we're going to ask for three documents: the international passport of your family, the birth certificate of your children, if there's children involved, and your marriage certificate. So if you are the principal applicant and your wife is coming, so all you need to do is to email us the marriage certificates, the official marriage certificates. Email, please, not mail your main document. The email a copy of your marriage certificate and your family international passport data page, as well as your children birth certificate. Once we receive that, we'll issue you additional cost of attendance, because for every dependent you must provide a sponsor of about $5,000, additional $5,000 to your dependent. So if there are three family members, so that would be $15,000 that is going to be added to your cost of attendance, and your affidavit will change, which will bring your affidavits high, and you need to provide us an verifiable bank statement for for that affidavit, and with that you will receive your I-20. And again, you have to pay the $4,000 enrollment tuition deposit, and once we receive that, then we'll issue you your I-20 for F1 and F2. And when you're going for your visa interview, you all can go together. So, yes, but legally, dependents are not allowed to work, but your children will go to school. But currently, dependents are not allowed to work. And again, for the purpose of visa, you need to at least brainstorm: why is your dependent following you? How can you prove home tie? If they are following you, the immigration process is now something that you need to think critically. But the question is, are others doing it? Yes. Are they approving them? Yes. Are they denying them? Yes. It's a 50-50. So just put your mind to it, pray towards it, and I pray that yes, it will work well. And he asked me that, and as a student allowed to work and study? Yes. Again, we have student employment opportunity for both graduates and undergraduates. And you can only do 20 hours a week when the school is on section, and 40 hours a week when the school is off section. And you asked me that, can you have access to the recordings? Well, that's why I'm making a YouTube video, so you can always visit my YouTube to watch it again. That's it. So Ipikun Ulreolua from YouTube is asking me that, an HND holder, can I come with my family? Again, yes, you can come with your family, but you need to evaluate your transcript for the purpose of your admission. So you will need to submit an application for your you need to submit evaluation of your OND and HND. I just did a demo not quite long, but if you have concern, you can email me at akeemn@carolinau.edu, and I will be able to guide you on how to do the evaluation. So the first thing you need to do is to submit an application to Carolina University. um, Wait for about 24 to 48 hours for an admission officer to reach out to you, and we'll provide you a link for you to do the evaluation. The payment is not coming to the university once you pay the application fee. The evaluation is a third party evaluation, so you are paying them just like you're dealing with West. It has nothing to do with you, the university, but they assist. These third party evaluation services assist the admission officers to be able to determine the GPA you're bringing from your home country. And again, HND alone is not going to work. For you to qualify for your masters, you must evaluate your OND as well. And Umo is asking me another question, that if I am not proficient in English, but I'm interested in a program at the Carolina University, I'll help you to change that. How do I do it? Yes, so you can go for Duolingo. You can have Duolingo exam at the comfort of your home, and it's way affordable than IELTS. So you can do that. And again, If you are from an English speaking country, so English test will be waived for you. So those are the two ways you can, if you don't want to do IELTS because of the fees or this, you can do Duolingo at the comfort of your home on your system. Just avoid distraction or you trying to like change the concentration, your balance. They pay attention to that. And with that, that will actually work fine for you. And another person is asking me that does your school accept OND? Yes, if you have an OND, that is ordinary national diploma, but you do not have your HND, you can use your OND to get admission for your bachelor's, not for your master's. And you should evaluate your OND, and that you do not need to do course by course evaluation. And another person is asking me, what is the evaluation style that you use? Yes, the evaluation is course by course for graduate student. Do you accept Canada evaluation? Oh no. In as much as Canada and US are using 4.0, we do not. If you do West Canada, you have to two things to do. Is either you reach out, you create a West portal for you create a West USA portal, and it's gonna ask you, do you have a reference number? You tell them no, you don't have a reference number. Submit that application for your West, and once that is being done for your West US, reach out to West Canada and ask them that they should transfer your West report, your West Canada report to West US, and within a month or two they should be able to do that. But if you don't want to go through that, because lately West has been so delaying processes, I would advise you to either go for IEE or Spartan, because sometimes West might even ask you to inform your school to send the transcript to us. And another person is asking me a question again, that what is the admission turnout? Yes, within 2 weeks that we receive your alpha, we receive your documents, the transcript, evaluated copy of your transcript. We, in fact, most times if we receive it that day, I usually call for committee. That's the way I work. I usually call for committee of admissions to sit and make a decision at the spot, because I am from Africa. I know the challenges that they have in getting a visa interview date, and I'm always making sure that I review their document faster, send it offer to them. Let us know if you want to continue with Carolina University, and so that we can walk you through all the process. So I think I've been able to answer question about that. Let me go to the questions um on the charts here. I'm gonna start from the start. Is there an opportunity for those of us with GPA lesser than 3.0 to get admission with fund? 100%. There is an assurance that, should I say assurance that, or let me say, there is an opportunity for, because for graduate students, the lowest GPA, required GPA is 2.5 over 4.0 after evaluation has been done, while for bachelor is 2.0. So I don't know if you're planning, if your question is for graduates or for bachelors. And for bachelors, your scholarship and student employment opportunity is automatic. So you are good to go with that. So but for masters, your presidential scholarship will be awarded. So with 3.0, yes, I'm pretty sure that you are more than qualified for offer of admission and for scholarship as well. You might not be able to get as much as high as what you're looking for, but at least a partial scholarship would be for you. And immediately you submit your application, feel free to let me know and I will work with you. Um, Nathan is asking me, can I get feedback from your son? Okay, okay. I think I've been able to do that. Um, I may leave for an engagement soon. Do you accept West evaluation? Yes, we do accept West evaluation, and it has to be West USA, and it must be course by course evaluation. Generally, we accept course by course evaluation. What about graduate assistant program? Yes, we do. As we have, that's what we call student employment opportunity. Once we receive your copy of your transcript, we can determine that. In as much as you have your CV along with it, we can determine if you qualify for student employment opportunity, um, and which we call graduate assistant program. What is the cost of attendance for somebody to use COA? I'm pretty sure that this person is well familiar with terms. So, what is the cost of attendance for engineering, management, and what is the maximum scholarship one can get from the school? The beautiful part about this university, I mean Carolina University, is that there is no segregation between the master's cost of attendance of MBA and engineering. So far, you are coming for masters. There is a unitary cost of attendance. So the cost of attendance for masters is $15,000. So um, which is the same all over the master's program you want to do. For PhD is about $17,000. So it's everything across as well. If you want to come for PhD in leadership, PhD in innovation, PhD in educational administration, PhD in organizational management, they are all the same fee. While masters is also the same fee. And the scholarship you can get up to 40 to 50% scholarship. That what that means is that based on your GPA, you can get up to 50 to 60% scholarship from Carolina University. I think I've been able to answer that. Another person asked, I already have my official transcripts evaluated by Spatran. Thank you for the information about the transcript aspect. It's always my pleasure. Please email me, Enoch, if you can hear me, email me your transcripts, submit an application, and let's work together. Um, Elijah Owusu is asking me that what point is deposit payment required in relation to the application process? Yeah. So the application fee to the school is $50. But for the enrollment fee is like acceptance fee back home, which is non-refundable. That one is after you've been awarded a scholar admission. So what that means is that once admission is out, your scholarship will follow. Once your scholarship follow, you have about 14 days to pay the enrollment fee So the enrollment fee is an acceptance fee that yes, I am taking this offer. And once the acceptance fee is being paid, what that means is that it's non-refundable, but it's transferable. So if you're unable to make it in the start time that you actually selected, you can as well defer it to some to fall, and we will transfer your enrollment fee to the start time that you intend to come in. That being said, but the tuition deposit will be paid immediately we receive all your documents and you're expecting to get the I-20. What do I mean by all your final document? I'm talking about once the offer of admission is sent to you, you pay your enrollment deposit and enrollment fee rather, and which is 200, and you provide us the bank statement of the person that is going to sponsor you. You have to sign all the document that comes with your offer of admission. So once we receive those documents, the next thing for you is to pay the tuition deposit, which is refundable only if your visa gets denied. And this will actually help you when you go for your visa interview, because you can go with the payment receipt to convince that visa officer that yes, you've actually committed yourself and you are a student. All this also comes with it's not automatic, but at least it comes with an assurance, and as well as try to convince the visa officer, which I promise that we'll be having a section for those that they've collected their I-20. So I don't have it occasionally like that. I don't have it almost every time. I do that when my students have received an I-20 and I feel like I need to at least train them on how I feel they can pass their visa interview, because my joy again is to see all the students here and we can build a community that yes, we are students of Carolina University and we have good international students. So that's the process where the payment is required. How long will the transcript evaluation be available for? You might need to check with them. I don't really have answer to that. Do I need to pay to send evaluation to other universities? So if you are picking Spatron, let's say you pass through Carolina University website and you submit your application to Carolina University, we'll send you that link, the landing page between Carolina University and Spatron. So once you get to that email path, ordinarily from the first page you would have put your email, which means that a copy will be sent to you automatic and a copy will be sent to Carolina University automatically. But when it gets to the part whereby do you want additional copy, you will click on no add copy and put the other school email into that email and save it. What it means is that you are receiving three copies, meaning a copy is going to the University of Carolina, Carolina University, a copy is going to you, and that email you inserted there, a copy is going there. So if you have other schools that you've applied to, you can copy their admissions email and paste it there. How many other university can I possibly send evaluation to? Well, for the part of you submitting that application at the first, it's just one. But Carolina University will receive one automatically. So after your evaluation is completed, you can email Spartran that you want them to send you send a copy of your transcript evaluation to the other school you apply to. So you might need to communicate with the third party evaluation services. So another person is asking me, does it mean without transcript evaluation you can yes, that's correct, 100%. Without the evaluation of your transcripts, we won't be able to proceed with your application. Please, does the university affiliate with any international student loan? Yeah, not really affiliated. We have para loan, then we have Salime. You can apply for Salime, and you can apply for para loans. It's on our website. Yep, we do. To pay your fees. And the good thing about Salime loan is that Salome loan will approve you before you even leave your country. So, but always ensure that you already gotten your visa, and they are not paying the money directly to you; they are paying to the university. So, but you might need to get a guarantor. Excuse me. You might need to get a guarantor, meaning that someone that can serve as a co-signer for you because you are not legally in the US or you are not in the US yet, and you don't have a social security, so you have to apply with a co-signer. That's it. So you might need to look for someone who is either a US citizen or green card holder. Those are the two terms they are set. Please, sir, application waiver. Unfortunately for today, I do not have any application fee waiver at the moment. But trust me, what you're gonna be getting with your application is wonderful. Email me and we can work together. Okay. Please, does your university affiliate with Empower? Obviously, no. We try to reach out to them, but they haven't given us. We are working on it, connecting to Empower. But we have Para Loan, we have Salome Loan. Um, Scholarship for our nurses. Unfortunately, we do not have nursing program, but we do have health programs such as Masters in Healthcare Administration, Bachelor in Public Health, and Masters in Public Health. Then we have PhD in Healthcare Administration as well. I think I've been able to answer these questions the best way I could. All right, guys. I would like to take my bow today. I have been able to do justice to this section. In case you have questions for me, feel free to reach out to me via my email. Put urgent as a subject, and we can take it up from there. Thank you very much, guys, for joining today's section. It was nice speaking with you. Don't forget, this is the time for you to start that application process. This is the time for you to make a move. This is the time for you to run in order for you not to rerun. Everything is changing now. Immigration, admission policy, every schools are tightening up their knuckles. So please ensure you take the advantage of Carolina. No, I'm not saying take advantage of the school. I mean take advantage of the information that I've brought for you and submit your application. At any spot you have question, concern, my WhatsApp, sorry, my Instagram is there, my TikTok is there. I'm free, I'm open, communicate with me. Let's discuss, let's talk about your career. Let's see how I can be of help to get you over to Carolina University. I am not an agent again. I am a staff of the university. So you can actually view my profile on the school website to confirm my status. So you are actually dealing with the right person, not some other random person that come online and start telling you, oh, this. And trust me, you don't need agents, obviously. You can do it yourself. Till I hear from you guys again, my name is Hakeem Nafiu. as at the time of recording this, as at the time of having this meeting, I work as an admission officer for Carolina University, and I'm also in charge of the PhD programs at School of Leadership. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day. Bye bye. Okay, I think there is no other question here. I will just end the stream.